Tea After Dark, Unspoken Truth, your host, Denise. Hey, man. This is an episode that's special edition. It's my birthday. Shout out to all the Capricorns, but look, I got some stuff to say tonight. I got a guest, and we just gonna jump right on into it. Tonight's topic is, why is one partner not enough? So let me say what I say during a lot of my episodes. That's Tea After Dark. This is not an episode for your kids. So don't be watching me while you chilling with your kid. Don't do that. Because we getting ready to talk about some stuff that only grown folks should be discussing, okay? So if you are not old enough, don't be sitting up watching this. Because I don't want to be influencing nobody's children, okay? So again, I'm your host, Denise. This is Unspoken Truth. And tonight is a special edition episode for my birthday. And the topic is, why is one partner not enough? I don't really know what I want to say in reference to that. But shoot, I can go anywhere with this conversation. Let's just get our guests in here so we can talk about how they feel and what they think and who they is. And we can go from there, because y'all know I get so popping around here. All right, let's go. Where you at? Where my guest at?
Girl, you a good one, because I'm I say my shit from the side.
Yes. Now you got me on here for real.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what we do, because this is the only way we going to be able to change ourselves to be a better version of ourselves. So tell everybody who you are.
I'm Alanah. Everybody call me Lala, though, so.
This is one of my kids, okay? So
Yeah, it's like my other mama.
don't be alarmed, okay? So now, this is a young person that's giving a perspective, because see, I'm always giving my perspective on what I think, what I feel, what I've been through. But I think it's important for us to talk to the younger people so that they can give their perspective and make sure they got a platform where they can actually express how they feel about what's going on. So now the question is, why is one partner not enough?
I don't know. I mean, me personally, I have an older personality, so people my age, I don't really mess with for real. But I feel like people our age, especially men, they don't like giving up the fact of having multiple pussy at a time. Excuse my language.
Well, this Tea After Dark, so wait, go ahead, talk pop your shit.
I just feel like, not even if they got a good one at home, like the thought of not having their own freedom and just having a side piece on the side, it just, I don't know if it makes them feel like less than a man, but most men don't like the fact of not being, most men don't like being tied down. I don't know why, even if it's at a young age, like, I don't understand why you'll risk losing that one good one for 20 different bitches.
Wait,
I don't know.
So let me stop you right there. If I never knew what a good one was, how would I know that I'm missing out on something? See, that's what's wrong with these males. I don't want to go and make nobody feel no type of way, but that's what's wrong with these niggas. Okay? And when we use that term, most people be offended, but guess what? Your color don't have nothing to do with you being called a nigga. It's the way you present yourself. It's the way you carry yourself. Anybody can be a nigga, okay? So we not about to sit here and go back and forth, oh, she being this. No, we talking straight facts, because, again, this is Tea After Dark. We talking about what everybody whisper amongst their little friends and the little circle that they within. But we need to be talking about this out loud, because if we can't discuss it out loud, how do we solve what's going on? Because our kids and their kids is the next generation and generation after that, to make sure that we doing stuff differently than what we've been doing, what our parents did. We only did what was taught to us. Y'all have so much more exposure to everything. The internet, these social media platforms, these dating sites. Then you just got so many different entities that we didn't have. When I was younger, if I wanted to do something, I wanted to go somewhere, I wasn't asking my parents nothing. Because if I couldn't figure it out for myself, I wasn't going. It's just that simple. I didn't need them for no ride. I didn't need them to pick me up, none of that. If I'm going to do something that's considered adult, I need to be able to follow through with everything. It shouldn't require my parents. So now, it's different now because you have a set of parents that's like, look, I ain't never letting my kids do nothing. Those are what I call sheltered. That's who I was. You ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. That's not okay. That didn't help me. That made me want to do all the things they told me don't do. It didn't make me want to listen to them. It made me want to do the complete opposite. Then you got other parents that's like, look, I'm trying to do stuff differently. I'm trying to break the mold. I'm trying to break chains. I wasn't raised like this, but I think that if I take the time to get to know my kids and create a space for them to be able to express themselves, I can have a better understanding for them and what they going through and how they feel about what's happening around them. Because everything around us affects us. You have some people say, no, I don't agree with that. That's BS. Because it do. Whether it be your emotions, your feelings, your actions, whatever. Whatever then went on around you, you drew something from that. The rest you might have disposed, but you took something from that experience. So that means you applied it some way in your life. What would you say for your generation is like the biggest gripe or hindrance for y'all as far as dating, commitment, future? And I'm only asking that question because I got a child that's getting ready to get married. I wouldn't get married at her age. And I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not saying nothing is wrong with it. I'm just trying to have a better understanding of y'all way of thinking, y'all perspective.
I think our generation, we have very unrealistic expectations. Like, especially with social media, like, we love to fantasize over what's posted, but we don't see what goes on behind closed doors. So,
Wait, no. Because this is coming out of a young person's mouth. You said what now? Because I mean, no, seriously, because I need her to say that again, because if I say it, because I'm older, and I may be a generation or two above your age bracket, it seems like I'm nagging or I'm just trying to tell somebody what my experience is. But you said, what about your generation?
We're very unrealistic. Like, we fantasize over social media, but we don't look at the bigger picture. Like, we see what's posted, but we don't see what goes behind closed doors.
Everybody's so caught up with, like, material.
Let me tell you something, man.
The designer, like,
But they don't see the struggle that comes with it.
Yeah, but this is what the younger people have to understand. Just because the picture look like it's perfect, you don't know what's going on. I done seen pictures where they smiling, but the woman hand tied behind her back. You don't know what's going on in somebody's household behind the scenes. So what I'm saying is, do y'all feel like y'all owe a conversation to who y'all dealing with in private? Or do you feel like your generation expresses that in public? Because see, that's a problem. That's the problem, because when you with somebody, it's a level of respect. Whatever is going on, I don't want you checking me in public. I want you to talk to me in private. Do you feel like your generation don't bar none? It's like, hey, this is what's going on at the time. This how I'm feeling, so this how I'm coming. Do you feel like your generation is like that, where they don't take the time to think long term about what I'm about to say and what I'm about to do.
Relationship.
Yeah, I feel like, especially when they get around their friends, they so quick to pop off and think they doing something. Like, if you got respect for your girl, you would take that behind closed doors. You don't sit there and take your girl and talk to her crazy because then that makes you feel like your friend's like, oh, we can talk to her off, we won't because he talking to her like that.
But guess what? A lot of them have seen this.
But their friends don't also speak up either.
I ain't talking about their friends. I'm talking about their parents.
Their parents is a
I'm
big
talking
issue,
about their
too.
parents because see, this is where everything starts. Regardless if it's right or wrong or indifference, everything that we learn comes from the parents first before it comes from our friends and their parents and whoever else we mix and mingle with throughout the way. It starts at home first.
Yep.
So maybe a lot of these males are seeing this control factor, this narcissistic behavior, this manipulation, and this is why they can't do nothing but duplicate what they see. Because at the end of the day, that's all of us. We only going to be able to duplicate what we see until we recognize that that don't agree with us. Or it don't align with what we doing in our life. Then we start to make adjustments, but it don't happen before that. We have to walk through it first, burn our feet and whatever else we got to do to get through that situation so we get on the other side. So do you feel like your generation is, because I feel like your generation is built on instant everything.
Yeah, we expect everything at such a fast pace. We expect it to come then and there, but we don't like to go through the process of stuff. Like, we expect it to have it at that very second.
What do you consider, what do you consider the process? Because see, some people can't go through the process because they don't know what it is. So what do you consider the process when you say, like, most people don't want to go through the process? What is the process?
So, for example, I feel like our generation, I feel like we're very lazy. Like, we don't want to work. We don't want to work, so we expect fast money, so we resort to stuff like selling dope, stuff like that to get fast money, but we don't want to work at regular 9-to-5 jobs because it's not the standard that social media like to post, and we're not fitting in.
But do y'all recognize that social media was created as a fantasy world? It's not reality.
That's
so
the problem.
As much as we pay attention to it, because I'm no different than nobody else, I'm constantly on my phone. But I feel like if you on your phone and it's productive, you producing something from it. It's a lot of people that's burning up hours on their battery and they ain't getting nothing from it. What I mean is, I'm posting all day long, but what am I getting from it? I'm comparing what I got going on in my life to people I see on here, but what am I getting from that? Do you feel like your generation don't stop and think about, like, reality? Because I feel like we so indoctrinated. My generation, your generation, and the ones up under y'all. We so indoctrinated. We think everything that we see is what it is. Now, what I think is the most important, regardless of your generation, is you being able to possess a certain power, which is discernment. So you can be able to understand the difference between what I see and what's real. Because stuff can be put right here in your face all the time. How do you know if it's real or not? You don't. You have to have some type of experience within this life to understand, like, okay, I've seen this before. Am I going to do what I've seen other people who was in this situation do? Or am I going to create my own lane and my own right and do things differently? Like, do you feel like your generation is full of followers?
Yes.
Like, it's not enough leadership.
Yes,
It's not enough. I'm building you up so that you can get where you going. Because I know too many young people. There's a lot of young people that follow me. I don't mind. I consider myself the mama to a lot of people. I don't mind. I will talk to anybody. What I have discovered is, like you said, it's a laziness, But then we also got to give respect to the people who decided they wasn't going to be that. Because it's a lot of young people out here that's doing what's necessary. And they doing better than us. My generation. They parents, they grandparents. They doing better than us because they done figured out that I can capitalize off of this just like everybody else capitalizing off of this. How do I take care of my family? How do I make sure we move forward? How do I set the tone for everybody that's coming behind me? Because I think a lot of us, including my generation and myself, we don't think about the people who coming behind us. We only worried about self right now. Oh, it's me.
See, I feel like our generation is so much followers. Like everything, like you gotta sit. Like when you get on Instagram, oh, you gotta come up with designer and money. Like if you don't got that, then you
gotta have a big
like,
ass. Gotta get a BBL.
But do we? Ooh, no, you didn't say nothing about no BBL. Hold on. Cause I done been asked this several times, and no disrespect to nobody that follow me that done had it done. But don't ask me nothing that you don't want to know the truth about. Because here's how I feel. I don't really care what you go get done on your body. If the inside is still fucked up, what is you doing? What you doing? Because you done just spent thousands of fucking dollars and you still not happy with what's in here. Because that's what matters. Yeah. Can I look at myself in the mirror, be comfortable with what I see? It's a lot of people can't do that. It's a lot of people going to run from that. It's a lot of people going to be like, I ain't never did it a day in my life. I'm one of them people. And people used to see me dressed to the T. They would think everything about me was okay because that's what it looked like on the outside. But on the inside, I was falling apart. And I would have never told nobody that, but that's what was happening. I had to start, like, letting that shit out because what you do not let out will eat you from the inside out.
I feel like everybody run from themselves.
You can't. You can't. It ain't no... We can stop thinking that. That's a myth that somebody said so somebody believed it. You cannot run from yourself. It's impossible.
You can't even run from your shadow.
This is why it's called shadow work. Okay? This is why people say it's shadow work. That's the other side of you that you don't want to deal with. That you still gonna have to deal with. Because there's no such thing as you being whole until you deal with all of you.
And I feel like that's why you can't be in a relationship with nobody if you running from yourself. Like, you gonna hurt the other person while you in the process of running from yourself. And you gonna do that.
That's
like,
so good.
When you come from when you come broken to another person that's already broken, that don't do nothing but cause trauma bonds. And just toxic. And I can say that for myself.
But people don't get that. They don't realize that the connections that they have with people can be viewed as a trauma bond. I had to realize that. I thought, I'm in love.
But see, nobody believes in soul ties, though. Like,
I did an episode on that. I did an episode on that a couple weeks back because nobody knows what a soul tie is. This is why this episode was just freestyle. But next week's episode is going to be on spiritually transmitted energies. Because we can stop talking about who we dealt with or whatever and start talking about what came with the person we was dealing with. Because something came with them. If you thought that it just came with y'all a dinner date and y'all hooked up in the bed and all, you don't know what's really going on in this world. Because something else came with them. They low self-esteem, they mama issues, they depression, and every other person that they dealt with came with them when you laid with them.
But you can feel that with your inside. Like,
it's a soul tie.
When you take a break from somebody and you realize, like, yo, shift of energy and, yo, like, everything, that's how you know sometimes it's so real because you get that energy from somebody else and nobody believes that or sees that. Like, if you broken, somebody else broken, y'all gonna create trauma bonds like it ain't nothing.
But that's because nobody wants to get to know nobody no more.
No, it's all about
it's like
sex.
I meet you, I get your number, I might text you a couple times, but then I'm expecting to go straight to the bed after that. Yeah. There is no dating, there is no courting. That's how I grew up. If you want,
they were entitled to get into the bedroom before they do anything.
Wait. Nobody told them, but guess what? It's some weak-minded, low vibrational ass women that done made these niggas feel like they can get that shit on.
Our expectations are so
You hear me?
low.
You shouldn't have no. Let me tell you something. You shouldn't have no expectations for nobody else until you exude the expectation that you got for them. Are you what you expected? Because see, we fucked up in the mind. We think, oh, because I thought it, that's how it's supposed to go. No, until you become whoever it is that you're trying to attract, you never gonna have them. And that's a fact. You can sit here and boo-hoo and write all the stuff down you want to. If you don't become who you want, you will never meet them. You're gonna keep meeting who you are. You don't meet who you want. You meet who you are. Because we are mirrors of each other. That's the problem. A person get the mirror up to their face. Now they like, oh, I don't like that. I don't like that view. Well, it was cool when I wasn't in the mirror with you. But I'm in there with you. So now don't be talking about you don't like the view. That's what you signed up for. See, we want to have everything and then some. Without the connection, without the commitment, without what we doing? We wasting time. This is why I said stop getting with people that don't fulfill you. And I'm not talking about in the bed. Can this person make you laugh? Can you trust this person with your life, your finances, your kids? Can you? Nobody asks none of that before they go, oh, I'm with this person and we doing this. And we can stop saying situationships is relationships. You talking to people. Let me tell you something. When you talking to somebody, you talking to them. That means you collecting data. That don't mean you with them. They got to make no commitment. You're all about to get married. No. You trying to learn about that person so you can decide if I want to pursue something with them. That don't mean we together.
So now I can ask you something.
What?
So what is your perspective of somebody telling you, oh, they chilling versus like talking? Like if you talking to somebody, like.
Let me tell you something. No answer and confusion is an answer. No answer and confusion is the answer, because guess what? Whatever is for us will not be in confusion. It will not be undecisive. It will be dead on. This is what I want, this is what I see, and this is what I'm going to do to make sure it goes down.
See,
period.
I feel like you don't want nobody to leave them alone. Stop dragging them on.
But if I'm toxic, and most of us is, and full of dysfunction, I don't see it like that. That's like arguing with a motherfucker that don't believe they wrong. Ever. Yeah. You're not going to win. They gon' somehow make it about you when you tell them they wrong. This is what you got to deal with in relations to relationships. Because, see, some of us got abandonment problems. Some of us got mommy issues, daddy issues. And it don't matter the sex. See, people will think like, oh, because it's a boy, they got their problems. No. You don't know what nobody been through. You don't know what nobody lacking. You don't know what nobody ever experienced. So then when they get it, because I tell a motherfucking heartbeat, I'm a professional hangman player. Real talk. I ain't blowing smoke or nothing.
Well,
I'm telling you. Let me tell you something. I give you enough string for you to hang yourself. That way I keep my hands clean. Because eventually, whatever it is you told me, if it ain't the truth, I'm going to find out what the truth is. I tell all women, I don't care, young, old, I'm 42 years old today. I have never been through a man's phone to find out nothing about him. Because guess what? When you in tune with yourself, when you in tune with the universe, you ain't got to go seek nobody else. Just ask the right questions and the answer's going to come. And it ain't going to be about who said or none of that. It's going to come.
I was going to say, I'll never go through a man phone again.
For what? You fixing to piss yourself off? This nigga about to have every motherfucking thing you ain't want to see.
You can't even understand nigga. Fuck, they got too much dumb shit going on.
Bruh,
You would never think
I ain't about to play with you. I know what's up. I ain't looking at your phone. I ain't going through your phone. Let me tell you what that shows to a man.
I got too much shit on my phone. You go to your phone.
You insecure.
Yeah.
You insecure. It doesn't matter if you a man or a woman. You insecure because you can't trust what I'm saying to be suffice enough for you to not go looking for nothing else. And this is why tonight's topic is, why is one partner not enough? Let me tell you why. Because people just get with people. They be mad with who they heart with. They be mad with who they heart with, and they just get with whoever come around.
Why do people feel like when they get lonely, they just gotta...
Because they haven't learned how to be with themselves.
They trying to fill a void that only they could feel. Like,
Nobody can do it for you. Nobody can do it for you. I'm using certain stuff. It's just like liquor and drugs. I'm doing that so I can numb the pain of whatever emotion and feeling come up, whatever is going on. You don't know what your triggers is until something happen. Then you like, ooh, that was a trigger. I ain't like the way that made me feel right there. But you don't know until certain circumstances present themselves. Then you know, like, okay, that was a trigger for me. But was you really paying attention? Because some people ain't paying attention. They don't care. This is the way I am. I told a lot of people that for 20 years. This is the way I am. Take me the way I am or don't take me. You so ignorant within yourself to say that?
Man.
It ain't the way you is. It's the way you choosing to be. Let's cut the bullshit. See, that's the problem. Everybody want to bullshit around. Don't nobody want to talk for real, for real. Oh, well, this was going on and blah. And no, let's talk about what everything that's going on in this world is rooted in. We all got trauma from something. Somebody did something along the way. It done messed us up. So now it dictates and orchestrates our choices, our decisions, our partners, who we deal with, who we don't deal with. It's all bedded in that. But we mad. What we mad for? When we decide whether or not any of that plays out. Who in control? Is it you or is it somebody else? It's you. If you don't want to deal, then don't.
I feel like with our generation, everybody's so quick to blame each other but themselves.
Yeah, we don't have no
Like,
accountability.
everybody's so quick to...
The whole world missing it. I've been saying it all year. The whole world missing it. If everybody decided that I'm just going to take accountability for what I did. Because when you talk about that, then you got to discuss forgiveness. People think that that's for the other party. No, it's for your simple ass. It's for you. So you can release whatever kind of hold whoever got on you so you can move forward.
You're trying to hurt people in the process.
Most people won't do it. And they don't realize that if they just took the time to apologize for whatever it is they said and did, they release and heal somebody else. It's not about you all the time. It's not. You said and did some shit, made me feel some type of way, and I've been stuck on that shit ever since. Can you just apologize so I can let that shit go, so I can move forward? Because I'm still on that shit.
See, and that's what
Because I'm
You
still...
just recognize the emotion that I'm saying that I'm feeling.
But why does it feel like when guys...
Most of the time, you just don't even be getting recognized.
Yeah, and that's
So how you
like,
feel?
I feel like a lot of guys, like, when you bring up the past, they so quick to say, oh, you insecure. Oh, you just want to argue. No, you never took the time to realize and dig down into my feelings on how I felt about
that's called projection. I don't want to deal with what you talking about or my own shit, so I'm going to project how I feel and make it seem like it's you. This is what people do when they don't want to deal with their shit.
But it's just like, how do you expect a relationship to move on when you can't even apologize or nothing?
I don't expect nothing. I expect you to keep taking the bare fucking minimum when I already know what the fuck you deserve.
And then it's like when you stop taking the bare minimum, it's like then they want to come back around and try.
But we teach them how to love us, how to treat us. We teach them that. So now, if a nigga ain't doing right, it's because we done gave them too much. We don't make them work enough.
You give them too many chances.
I just told you that we don't make them work enough. The only niggas that ever respect anything is the ones who have to work hard for the woman they got. They will not respect no other broad. And then you got to consider what type of relationship they got with their mama. See, this type of shit be important. Most women don't care. They don't ask. They don't inquire. They don't sit back and watch or observe or none of that. That's important. Because if you dog and disrespect your mother, you will never respect me. Ever. And I stand on that. With my own son. You, bruh, get yourself together. How you feeling right now? Because I'm going to need you to come on back down. You got too much helium up in you. Come on back down. I'm right here. I'll meet you right where you at. But you only gonna get what you give. So now if you on some dog ass shit, that's what you gonna get back. Stop getting mad at somebody for giving back what you put out. Cause whatever we put out is out here. You can't go back and grab it and say, oh no, I changed my mind. No. That ain't how this shit go. You owe down. Whatever you put out in this universe, you owe down on that shit. And God and the universe gonna make sure that you follow through with what you said. Because you can play with everybody else, but you can't play with him. I tried it. I tried it. I was like, yep, I got this. I don't need all that. Listen, you will not win. You will not win. Ain't no such thing. I don't know nobody who can say they did. You will not win. You have to submit at some point in your life. We don't know everything. That's the whole point of me doing these episodes and talking about the stuff that we talk about. Because I don't know everything. I'm getting educated while I'm educating, while somebody else teaching me. You see what I'm saying? This bigger than me. This ain't just about me no more. I done figured out, like, well, shoot, I know too much. I ain't say I know it all, but I know too much. And so it don't make no sense to store it right here. It's got to go somewhere. That's our responsibility to contribute to this world where we see fit, wherever God tell us to show up and show out at. That's your responsibility. Even if I ain't got nowhere to go, I'm getting up and I'm getting dressed. I just not realize, well, shit, if you go that far, you might as well find somewhere to go. Because somebody needs you to show up somewhere. To say something. To just be present. Sometimes you don't need to hear nothing. I wish people understood that. Silence is still support. Even if I don't got nothing to contribute to the conversation, I'm here. Whatever you go, I'm here. I don't understand per se, but shoot, maybe nobody never showed up for you, so I'ma do it. We need to stop thinking that everything in this life is a monetary game. That it's gonna have some type of money value to it, man. Cause it ain't enough money that nobody ever made that I'm gonna place on me. Period. Millions, billions, trillions. We sit here and talk about this shit all fucking day. It ain't a number. You ain't got enough.
If your broke ass home.
You ain't got enough.
But it's crazy, like,
Because I already give myself everything that I'm expecting from you. So you're going to have to come with more to the table than what I'm already giving to myself. Because you ain't... If a person was happy within themselves, they wouldn't need no other party outside of who they with. You linked up with somebody that you already knew wasn't a fit for you, and instead of you exiting left, you kept the shit going. When you should have ended it because you knew that they didn't fulfill you. They didn't make you whole. They didn't give you that wow factor or whatever it is you looking for. But guess what? Your ass is supposed to be giving your own self the fucking wow factor. You mad at them because they ain't giving you something. You ain't giving it to yourself. Well, how the hell they gonna give it to you? They didn't see you give it to you first. So why would I give it? That's like today, I'm mad. Where the fuck my flowers? It's my birthday. The fuck going on? But did he see me give some shit to myself? I don't need you to tell me I'm beautiful. I don't need you to tell me I'm worthy, I'm valuable enough. I'm already saying those things to myself already. I ain't worried about how to keep nobody. You better be worried about how to keep me. We both the prize. Who gonna put in the most work to make sure this shit go down? Because it can't just be one or the other. Everybody got to work towards whatever it is they want when it comes to a relationship.
It takes two to make a relationship.
You should have just said, I don't fuck with you like that.
Just said,
I thought I fuck with you the long way, but I really don't fuck with you like that. Stop thinking that if you say that to somebody, you gonna hurt them. You finna hurt them more by making them believe that you give a fuck.
It just takes the truth. Like, if you tell somebody the real
I
from the
can't.
jump,
I've been lying to myself. So how am I going to be truthful to you? I've been lying to myself. This is what I thought I wanted. This is what I thought I needed. This is what I thought was going to make me happy. I've been lying to myself. So that means I automatically lie to you. Because I already lied to myself. Nobody is making anybody deal with no circumstance or no situation that they don't want to. If they there, they want to be there. They want to be there. You don't call my phone, talk about what no nigga did, because you want to be there. It don't matter. If you really not done, don't call nobody. This is the best thing I can advise anyone. Don't call nobody. Because guess what? Everybody else is not going to be as forgiving as you is to that person. So don't call nobody. I really don't want you to take this nigga head off. So I better not call nobody. Because everybody ain't playing about their people. And this is why we keep seeing so many people die because they thought somebody was playing. I'm not about to play with you. Emotions make you do all kind of crazy shit.
love makes
But it ain't love. Most of the time, it be lust. Because love do not make you go through all that shit. If I love you, that shit should be easy. It should be a flow. It ain't no force. We ain't doing this or none of that.
But see, that's also a problem. Like, our generation, they throw that word up like it ain't nothing. You can't love somebody.
It ain't just your generation. It's the world. It ain't just your generation. They think that word trumps the action. See, it's not just the word. It's action. I don't care what you tell me. I'm about to watch what you do. This is how I understand and register that you really care for me. Because of what you doing. Yeah, you sit here and talk me to death all day. I don't care what nobody say. Talk is trash. It don't matter. Motherfuckers do that shit to pass time. I want to see what you about to do. Are you dependable? Can you stand on business?
Can you stand on what you're saying? Because you can sit here.
A lot of people can't.
It
It sounds good.
And
see, what I recognize as a woman is we don't ask enough questions. We don't ask enough damn questions. When you said whatever you said, can you specify? What did you mean by that? So that I'm not, in my mind, because we women, we overthink, we assume, we know what the fuck you talking about. No, we don't know shit. I need you to explain. I ain't really sure that what I heard is what I believe that you meant.
But some people hit you with the, you asked me questions, like, they call it.
Well, you ain't the, guess what? Because how do I get to know you if I don't ask no questions, you weirdo? How? How do I get to know you? See, that shit is weird to me.
I ask a question, though, like.
That's weird to me. And I watched it for a while now where people fall out first before they become friends. It's weird to me. I wasn't raised like that. I wasn't raised like that. It's weird. I need to give you the opportunity to be yourself. This is in friendships, relationships, and then I decide, like, okay, this person is doing this, and that. Do I want to be bothered with that? And it's your right. It ain't, nobody can stop you from saying, like, I'm cool on that. And something didn't feel right here. Or ain't here. We need to start paying attention to how people make us feel.
Our intuition.
Because people will let you know what type of trash they own. You will feel it right in the pit of your stomach. I've been doing it for a long time.
Man, that woman intuition ain't nothing.
I've been doing it for a long time. It's important. It's not just in us. It's in all of us. But some people dismiss, disregard, and ignore it. And that's why they can't move and operate off of it. Because they don't see it. And understand that everybody don't wear the same glasses as you. I've been bothered my whole life about wearing glasses. I'm tired of wearing glasses. I'm four-eyed. But guess what? God has allowed me to see things through these same lenses that I can't stand and complain about that ain't nobody else going to be able to see. So who am I to say, oh, I'm mad because I wear glasses? Girl, you better shut up and wipe them boys down so you can see. You better wipe them boys down so you can see, because I need to see. Can't nobody tell me they don't need to see. I need to see. So let me get over myself enough to accept and appreciate the stuff that I do that's privy to me. Because it ain't privy to everybody. And not be mad at whoever don't understand. That's cool. We don't ride the same frequency, baby. It's good. Like, ain't no beef. Can we stop with the word beef? Don't nobody use it in 2024, okay? I'm sick of it. Don't use that word in 2024. Because there is no beef with somebody understanding that the season that they have in people's life is over. Just like summer, winter, fall, and spring come around every year. That's how you gotta divide the seasons up in your life with the people in your life. Stop being mad. They played their position. Did you get something from it? That's what you ought to be worried about. Let me tell you something, man. I used to get so mad at people trying to advise me stuff, and I'd be like, I don't even like you. So why would I listen to anything you have to say? Let me tell you something, how you cut yourself at the knees and bleed to death by doing that. Stop worrying about who bringing the message. You retarded. Get the damn message. Ignore who bringing the message. Don't matter. They brought it to you because they was advised to do so. You worried about all the wrong stuff. Just get what you need to get from them and keep it moving. Stop making it a battle with them. They ain't did nothing but what they was told to do. Just like you was told to do certain stuff. Stop getting mad at people, man. Because God used everybody. The weak, the poor, the ignorant, the slow. He used everybody. So who do you think you is to dictate who is next? Because we all going to get a turn. So just embrace that when it's your turn. Stop trying to control shit. And that's a lesson to myself. Just stop. Like, I'll be like, no, that need to go like this.
The more you
and
try to
then
control, the more, like, it just, like, the more anger you got built up. And
because you're trying to do something that is not your job. We not in control. So the more you keep thinking like I'm driving and I'm doing 100 and ain't nobody gonna stop me, yeah, life gonna be hard as fuck because we not in control. That's an illusion that we have in our mind so we'll feel better about whatever the fuck is going on. But we not in control. You got to embrace it. This shit be speed bump. All shit, turbulence, all the fuck going on. Let me hold on to the seat. You have to, because this is what the fuck is going to go on in life. We not in control. Put your seatbelt on and ride this shit. I went against the current for 20 plus fucking years. My arms tired as fuck. They look like Angela Bassett. Okay?
Man, I had to learn
I'm tired.
that so bad.
But now I just float. Now I see what people meant when they said just float. And I didn't understand that before, so I was like, nah, I don't want to float. I'm going to keep on backstroking. No, dummy. You tiring yourself out. You burning yourself out. You ain't got no energy for nothing.
And the other person the whole time don't even care.
The person is next to me on a float.
No,
ain't gonna help me of nothing. Hey,
you over there
I
driving
see
over
you
there
struggling.
cruising.
Damn, they blowing bubbles. Motherfucker, is you gonna put me on the float with you? No. And this is why I keep saying everything come back full circle. It's you. It's been you. It's gonna always be you. It's not nobody else.
I had to learn that the hard way.
Still learning that.
I know.
It's just,
learning.
I'm just learning, like, whatever is going on, I try to figure out what fault I play in it on. Because when you busy blaming somebody else, you letting them control when you gonna move forward from it. No, I'm just gonna say, hey, look, I was somewhere I shouldn't have been, participating in some shit I shouldn't have, and this is why this is happening. So that way I could go ahead and keep it moving. If I'm blaming the next person, I'm about to be stuck on this shit forever. Or it's their fault, and they ain't told me they was sorry, or they ain't even acknowledged that nothing happened. Fuck it. It was a lesson. Take it for what it was and keep it moving. Because you ain't got a lot of storage in your backpack. That's the problem. We walking around with a bunch of other people's shit in our backpack, and we mad because it's heavy. Motherfucker, put it down. I know what's that. Put it down. You see that little spot right there? Just sit it right there. Ain't nobody gonna touch it. Ain't nobody gonna open it. Because that's your bag. It's for you to open it up and unpack what's in it. If you think you're going to meet somebody that don't have a bag to unpack, you are sadly mistaken.
Everybody come with something.
Because this life and all the stuff that we have experienced have done something to us on a mental level. That's why most of our issues is embedded in mental health. But people going to keep telling you, oh, if you talk to somebody, you're crazy. No. If you don't talk to somebody, you crazy. Because I'm going to need you to understand that the person is not trying to tell you nothing about yourself. All they doing is creating a space for you to tell them everything about you. So they can figure out a plan of action to help you cope. Because that's what this shit is all about. If you don't accept what's wrong with you, then how you going to deal? You don't keep saying ain't shit wrong with me. It's like picking at a sword. Keep picking the scab off and wondering why it's bleeding. You keep digging at the sword, stupid. This why it's bleeding. Leave it alone. Or better yet, you don't feel like nothing wrong with you. So then you don't even try to get no help. We have to get past that. We all need help. We all need help and need somebody. And it's not going to just be right now. It's going to be throughout the course of your life. You pick and choose whether those people are good or bad in your life. That's on you. I think I'm going to go for all the people that's good. And I'm going to leave all the people that's bad where they at. Because they don't serve no purpose. But if you a terrible individual, you're going to keep encountering terrible individuals. Because that's who you is. And the energy can't do nothing but attract what it see. I love y'all so much. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Unspoken Truth Podcast, Tea After Dark. I love y'all. Next week, hey man, I got 3 more episodes before the board is cleared. I done did 20 episodes this year. I'm super jacked about that. Make sure y'all tune in. I'm going to have 2 guests. They got a movie coming out on Tubi. So this is big. I'm steady meeting amazing people, and they doing awesome stuff. But I love y'all. Y'all tune in next week.
It come harder.
Jalen. Thank you.
See, it ain't nothing but just sitting there and listening. Like, and that's why I always argue with Eric. Like, listen to your mama. Like, she not even my mama.
I'm not saying this.
I look at her. I look at her like my mama. You know how many times she tell me about myself and tell me like tell Eric to himself. It's just so much.
He get angry because, but like I told him, I'm a woman before I'm anything else. So if you expecting me to ignore the fact that I'm that first before I can acknowledge anything that you saying come with us as a woman, you sadly mistaken because I'm not. I'm going to acknowledge the fact that I'm a woman first.
I bawled my eyes out in front of her.
He be pissed off. This is not the time. Why you letting her do that? Hey, listen, man. You don't determine